Now, I field a lot of questions about what camera I use. I happen to use the Canon G7X for some of my vlogs, so I met with Canon to learn about the new version of this camera, as well as another option that you could consider using in your studio. Our coverage from NAB is brought to you by 20/10, providers of beautiful, tailored, mobile-responsive websites specifically for financial advisors. Easily manage your brand and archive changes for compliance. Visit 20/10.com/FPPAD for a 45-day free trial. I'm Bill Winterberg, and I'm here with Paul of Canon. And Paul, I use the Canon G7X for a bunch of vlogging. I know it's a really popular camera among YouTubers and vloggers. I understand you have a new version of the G7X coming out.
That's correct. So we have the G7X2 coming out. The great thing about this is that there's a new sensor in it. So it's very, very similar to what you have already, but this new sensor has a little bit higher dynamic range and does a little bit better in low light than the previous model.
I've been really impressed with the low light capabilities as well as the autofocus. I don't have to mess around very much with focusing on this camera.
No, and we kept that the same because it works. We also have the 1080 video in 60, 30, and 24 in this as well.
And so what about for other producers and content creators looking to maybe step up from the G7X? Do you have something that they can step up to?
Yeah, we do. I'd like to show you what's called the XA30, XA35 series of cameras.
All right, let's go take a look. All right, Paul, so we're stepping up. Now what are we talking about with these cameras?
All right, this is the XA30/XA35 series of cameras. It's a small sensor run and gun style camera, great for video journalism or in-studio shoots, great for documentary as well. The big difference between the 30 and the 35 is that on the 35, we actually have an HD SDI output on there, which is very, very unique for a camera of this size and in this range. It's a small sensor, so you have great depth of field, so very good for any of those live events that you need to cover. Excellent dynamic range. It actually has a YDR mode in it, which gives you a little bit more highlight protection, but able to take it into post and work with the colors a little bit more than you can with other cameras of this type.
So can I equally shoot using this in the field as well as setting it up in my own mini studio?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It will work best in both ways. So there's a number of actually preset options for those type of situations that you can go out into crazy sun and set it to a preset mode, and it will kind of take care of that for you.
I think that's cool. So what kind of price point are we talking about for this style of camera?
Absolutely. So this camera right here, the XA30 is running about $2,400, and the XA35 with that HDSDI port comes in at about $3,000.
All right. I think I got a great overview of some great camera options that anyone can use to help increase their online content. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much.
So now you know the Mark II of the G7X is coming out, and that other camcorder is available at a price range of about $2,500 to $3,000. That could be very versatile both in the field, outdoors, as well as your own personal studio. So that, I hope, is good information for you about what cameras are available from Canon. From the 2016 NAB Show, I'm Bill Winterberg.